Hello, this is Future Roman. So ignore what I'm wearing. It's my Halloween costume. So it's Cipher. Anyway, there are some things that I didn't mention in like some of the original clips that I recorded. And so I just put those in like text speech like at the end. There's actually I'm gonna just put that here, cause I'm recording this and putting this in there. Ha ha ha. Anyway, but that's just a theory. A monkey wrench theory. Anyway, I told them I would say that. Anyway, so yeah, this is going at the beginning of the video. So there are things in the video that I put up on the screen with like some little text. You might have to pause to read it. Simply because I forgot to talk about it in my original clips, and I'm trying to get this out before the new chapter comes out tonight. I'm so ready for zombies. So ready. Anyway, on to the actual video. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Roman. This is my very first video on YouTube ever, I think. I know I've made videos in the past, but different account. I didn't really use it. It was nothing like this. Anyway, a lot of you probably found this channel from my Twitter because I post about it a lot because I'm doing a whole monkey wrench theory channel because there's so much information that was put out there that I think could be theorized on, and B is encouraging me. So here we are. So we're gonna be talking about monkey wrench fanfic. For those of you who don't know, who just happened to come across this video somehow, don't know how you did that. Good for you. But monkey wrench is a Gravity Falls fanfiction that follows Bill. I wrote it all down. I have a whole script, guys. I'm so cool. Anyway, so as Bill is dying, he asks Axolotl for another chance and for him to like be saved because he doesn't want to die. He just got punched in the face by Stan. He doesn't want to die. But the Axolotl sends him back to when he's first meeting Ford in like the 80s. But this time he's a human. So this fic shows his like travels on this timeline as a human. With all like the human senses and feelings. Feelings, emphasis on feelings. And this fic is by B My Girl on AO3 Twitter. I'll have social media here. And I'll also put links in the comments as well. All the information I have on this board here and in my notes I gathered from B on Twitter. I scrolled through about 2 hours worth of their replies. It was a lot of work, very tiring. I took some screenshots, so you'll see some of those in here. And also some of these were also from the it was ended up being a Q&A on Monkey Wrench because we went on the Twitter space and we talked about the new chapter, and it ended up being a Q&A because B joined and we were asking questions. So some of the stuff from there is from that. I also have a lot of this information from just a small friend Discord server that we made. So a lot of that information is from us analyzing all that together. It was mostly me. I've become what we like to call the MatPat of this Discord server, which is really funny to me. So I have a lot more than just this. This board was like absolutely covered, plus I have stacks and stacks of stuff. But this is the stuff that's going to be important for like the future of this fix. Some of the other things I have written down are just little fun facts about the characters. Things that already happened in past chapters, because I went through everything, so it was stuff that came out before the current chapters are out. So yeah, that's what's going to happen here. So this is all things that I think are important for the future. So let's get right into it. Alright, so as a close-up of this board, we'll get to these guys eventually, but you can see I have strings, color-coded, everything. We're going to start all the way over here at this possession. I'm going to have carpet DM, because B mentioned that I have this post from B that says something about, like, possession. I don't know, I'll read it here. It's going to be right here. But the possession is never off the table, even in Monkey Wrench. And they also have this other post here talking about somebody possibly predicting a future chapter or giving ideas for a future chapter. And B said in their Q&A that this possession will be for a longer amount of time than in the canon TV show. But it is similar to the canon TV show. So I'm wondering if it's a Carpet Diem situation where the rug makes them switch bodies. Because I think that'd be funny, you know? So that's part of the whole possession thing. Either that or maybe we're thinking maybe Slew comes back, the Fae Slew. She comes back and does a body switch for them because she likes drama because she's Slew. So that's the possession part, and now we're gonna go on to another little section here. I haven't watched it yet, but we've got All That Jazz, specifically the ending of it, the song Bye Bye Life, which with the character's monologue just before it. I haven't read it, but based on like what other people, I haven't watched it, but based on what other people are saying, a lot of it is it's very sad. There's a death, so people are thinking that, oh, maybe who's gonna die. I don't think anyone's gonna die because I don't think B has said anyone's gonna die. At least none of the main characters. Not Slew and not Carla for sure. They're endgame. That has been confirmed. Now, obviously, Billford and Fiddlestan are both endgame, so none of those people are gonna die. But so I have to do more research into that. Hopefully, that'll come out in the next video. And I'll see what my theories are, and so I will bring that up in the next video. So now we're going to get onto Ford's little thing here. So for Ford, I don't have a lot that doesn't overlap, but his main thing that I have for him is that at some point he indirectly learns of the original timeline. And this is based off of this post by B, and then in a reply to somebody else's post. And so when he learns of the original timeline, don't know how. How he's going to react is my personal question. How will he react? But we know he's going to learn of the original timeline at some point. How and why is the big question. And then let's move on to Bill. This one's going to be a little bit long section. So here's my stuff for Bill. There's a lot of, all the yellow strings are Bill related. So what we have for Bill is, so his chest markings I drew here with the lettering, the cipher. I can guarantee you it's a Visioneer cipher. It's not a Caesar cipher. We've tried all of those. We've tried some of the basic things for the cipher with like monkey wrench, axolotl, Bill, all that. So far we haven't been able to solve it. But B has stated that it is in this comment here that he thinks it's some kind of joke from Axe. Meaning, my thought is maybe it's something on like being human or like falling in love, because that's a joke to Bill. So it's something like that is my thought. And then looking right here with Euclidia stuff. So B has said that there is going to be possibly Bill dropping Euclidia lore on to Ford. So Ford might learn about his past in Euclidia and how all that, and a lot of about that. Hopefully. Bonding. And then we also have these two kind of go together. So we've got one of the AO3 tags is temporary human Bill. And another thing that B has said is that Bill's final form is not going to be human nor triangle. It'll be a secret third thing. Right here. And so with that, that temporary human Bill could mean that it could mean about the ending, or it could be something in the middle. We don't know. I'm thinking it's just about the ending, but based on what other people are thinking, we're thinking it's something that happens a little later on. So we're going to figure out eventually how temporary is this humanness, because we know he won't be a triangle, he won't be human at the end. So that could be the temporary human Bill is the whole story till the end, where he's not human anymore. Or it could be a temporary human in the beginning, and then about not halfway, but like in the later sections, he's not human. Another thing, I forgot to do more research on this, but the Velveteen Rabbit intermission. So from what I could tell, from what I can remember, because I forgot to take notes on it, is that basically what it feels like is that it's Bill asking the axolotl about what it's like to be human and why he's like, and kind of like how much it hurts. And the axolotl's saying, yeah, but sometimes it's nice to hurt. Which means Bill has emotions. Love Bill having emotions. And then one more thing is the ciphertologist. So, obviously, Bill has a ciphertologist, but also they learned from Pyronica that Bill was in Gravity Falls. Pyronica, how did Pyronica get into the mindscape? That's one of the big questions. Because according to Bill, Pyronica has about as much of a chance of getting into the mindscape as a regular human. Very difficult. So that's one of the big questions. Why is Pyronica in there? Maybe Axolotl gave her an idea of how to get in there. Maybe the Axolotl put her in there. There was something in there with Pyronica and the ciphertologist, because she gave them the idea to go out there. She gave Janie B the idea. We also know that Jezelbram is going to show up. And it's going to be Jezelbram, Pyronica, and Janie B. We know they're all going to be gay for each other. That is canon. That will be Endgame. Guaranteed. I have multiple things depicting that. So, thank you, B. We love lesbians. A lot, actually, apparently. You guys might love lesbians a little too much, but there's no such thing. Anyway, next. Fiddleford McGurkit. Okay, so for the Fiddleford thing, there's some more information that, so some of this is based off previous chapters, some of it's based off of Twitter posts. So we know that after the most recent chapter, chapter 23, so in chapter 22 and 21, chapter 22, Fiddleford was in the library. What was he researching, though? Current ideas are that he was researching about Bill and Bill's history, because we know Bill's in books and stuff, in history books and everything. So when Fiddleford saw Bill, he was very like distraught. So we're wondering if maybe it's something he was researching about Bill and what his history is. But also we have a possibility of the memory gun coming into play at some point, which that is terrifying. I don't want that. We don't want the memory gun. But based off this Twitter post right here by Miss Baby, we're probably going to get the memory gun, unfortunately. But how that comes into play, no idea. We'll figure that out eventually, though. And then on to Stan. Okay. So we have, in fact, decoded this here. These couple posts here, we have figured out where Stan is. Stan is near, I think this one, Death Valley. Stan is near Death Valley. B was actually really surprised that nobody got that. But so we know he's by Death Valley, which don't know what a lot of that does to our theories, except that another thing that we have is, according to B, this post here, Stan is scamming, screwing, and stealing his way through the nation, but he feels like he's being watched. My theory is that he's being watched because of the ciphertologist. Because when the ciphertologist left Gravity Falls, left Grease's diner, Bill said if they ever come into contact with anyone named Stanley Pines, to kill him on sight. So I'm wondering if that comes into play somehow. But also, we also have been told that Stan is, he's doing his scamming and stuff, but he's doing it unsuccessfully in where he is right now, which is in Death Valley. Well, near Death Valley. So he's very unsuccessful in what he's doing right now. Yeah, and then now we're going to be going on to the relationships portion of this, because there's a lot of different kinds of relationships in here. Alright, in terms of relationships, obviously, Billford's endgame. I don't have a lot of notes for that, because a lot of it is kind of just in the fic. I don't have any theories about that. We know their endgame. That's all I've got. Oh, I never wrote about that. We're gonna bounce back. Okay, another thing. Closest thing to a badass villain. 5 stars. That's all we have. Right here. This is all we have. No idea who it is. It's not Carla. It's not Janie B. We have no idea who it is right now. So it could be someone that's not announced yet. So we will see on that. Anyway, back to so Billford. It's all in there already. So we're gonna talk about Fiddlestan because I have a lot for that. So what we know is that this is what Bea said about their first meeting. So, no horny elements, but it has made people very horny and think it's very hot. So very curious about that. Very excited. We know that's coming up in the next few chapters, hopefully. And then we know. Oh, I never said that about Stan. Did I even talk about Stan? Oh, I just missed that. Okay, so also about Stan, Bea has said that Stan will never get that burn on his back. And then they had another post that quoted that, saying Stan will never get that burn on his back. So Stan's gonna get a burn on his back. We don't know why. We don't know what. I'm gonna cry. Okay, back to Fiddlestan. Anyway, so they're meeting. All that, and then knife. It includes a knife somehow. So what somebody was saying was that there was this post, and then Bea said right underneath, that's the closest thing with the boxing. And so and with the knife, I'm wondering if Stan teaches Fiddleford some self-defense, like shows him how to use a knife, all that. And then another thing that we have, that another theory could be, so there is this post, another post by Bea saying that, this is what Fiddleford dreams about, I don't remember what it is, but it's gonna be right here. And so another idea was that Stan has to fight off Ciphertologists with a knife, and, Fiddleford's there, and Stan gets stabbed or something, and Fiddleford patches him up. Because that's what he was talking about in his dream, patching up basically a hotter version of Ford. In his mind, anyway. So that's what I have for that, for the Stan Fiddleford meeting. Yeah. So continuing on talking about Stan, so when Bill eventually meets Stan, what we know is that Bill absolutely despises Stan, because obviously Stan killed him. Stan killed him, obviously. And then Stan has no idea why, as explained by this post here. So Stan's going to be very confused. I bet they're all going to be confused, and then Bill's just going to be absolutely, like, very angry. And then the last but not least thing I have written down here is about the relationship between Bill, Fiddleford, and Ford. So, I have written here that Ford doesn't realize Bill's true intentions because of Fiddleford, which that you can see in this post here. So if Fiddleford wasn't there, then Ford would be completely known to Bill's plans, which is very interesting because that is kind of the opposite of the show. Fiddleford is the reason that Bill knows about Ford, that Ford knows about Bill's plans. And very soon in the fic, we know that the first testing of the portal is going to happen. So the question is someone going to get pulled in? And who? Some people are thinking it might be Bill, and then Bill sees the other side, and something, Mindscape, whatever. If Ford sees the other side, he might be like, oh my goodness, we have to do it. And I don't know what would happen if Ford sees the other side, especially in this universe. But yeah, so there's a lot of theories going on. I think that's everything I had in my notes. If there's anything else, it'll be next. I don't know. Yeah. So that's the end of my little monkey wrench theory stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to do another one of these next week. This may or may not come out before the chapter, because the chapter is supposed to come out tonight or tomorrow, like if it's on regular schedule. But I have no idea. So if I'm able to, I'll try and get this out before the chapter. If the chapter goes up tomorrow, I should be able to get it done. But if the chapter goes up tonight, I will not be able to get it up. Tonight's the 29th. But hopefully I'll be able to get it up soon, and then y'all can see my theories. And if I'm not able to get this video up before the next chapter, if there's anything I get from the next chapter, it'll be after this. I'll probably just make a new video. I'll just make a new video, ignore me. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you at the next video, which will be mid. B, thank you for this amazing fic that has my heart and soul. I've been missing homework because of it. I think that's like, do your homework, kids. Please do your homework. But I think that's all I gotta say, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, like I said like 5 times. Bye-bye!